Hey everyone, this is Charmaine from Fantastic Crafts. I hope all of you are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to create this beautiful card using some products that you have seen in the past videos. This is the Oxide inks and they just blend beautifully. So I love creating ombre backgrounds with these Oxide inks. What I do is I usually have three different inks, a light shade, a medium shade, and a dark shade. And I wanted to use some of my Stampin' Up! Products, so I am using Stampin' Up! Stamp set to create this. This is a rubber stamp set, and it's gorgeous on this card. So I am going to show you how to do the ombre look, but I am going to put some music on so you can see it, and if you don't want to see it, you can fast forward it. So I will see you when the background is completed. I hope all of you enjoyed that little musical blending there. I did want to try something different out with this Oxide ink. Instead of just putting water on it, I wanted to put some light water right on top of a stencil to see how it would do. Now, I had mixed results with this. It did show up, some of them. Some of them, I think I put too much water. So some of those keyholes in that stencil kind of just became blobs. But I think you can still see a majority of it. So it, I guess, was a success. To make it more successful, I think what I should have done was tape it better. I just didn't have any washi tape or any of my purple tape, so I just kind of taped it with some kind of low tack tape that I had around. So if I actually had taped it down all the way, I think the stenciling and the background would show much better. But I still think it showed pretty well. Like I said, some parts were a little like blobs instead of keyholes, but for the most part, I think it came out pretty good. So give that a try. It's really fun. And when you are spraying that water, just lightly spray and just let the oxide in the water do its thing, because you don't need a whole lot of water, just a very little amount of the water. So I took the stamp set from Stampin' Up! And I think it has some gorgeous floral images. So I just took one of the images from that and I used my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. And what I wanted to do was have this intense black floral on this beautiful colorful background. That was my intention for this card. So if I wanted to, or if I wanted to spend a little bit more time on the card, I could have pulled out my Misty and double stamped this just so that floral leaf is much more intense of a black with my VersaFine Onyx Black ink. but I was just kind of trying to not take too much time. Sometimes you don't want to spend a whole lot of time on your cards. You just kind of want to create a card without having to worry about everything. So I think it came out really good. You can see the little spots that are a little blotchy, but again, if that bothers you, or if you'd like to have a more intense of a floral image, then you can always use any kind of stamping tool to stamp a few times to make it more intense. Once I was done with that, I knew I wanted a sentiment, and I wanted the sentiment to be pretty simple. I didn't want any I didn't want to do any kind of heat embossing or anything like that. I just wanted this card to be simple, fun, and have a lot of colorful textures to it. So what I did was I just stamped a sentiment using that same stamp set, and I just cut it out with my scissors, my Tim Holtz shears. You could obviously use a your Cricut trimmer or any kind of trimmer that you have, but I just wanted to again do this quickly with my shears. And then I popped that sentiment up. This is the only thing that's going to be popped up in this card, so I wanted that big sentiment to be raised and to be seen. I wanted it to be like the focal point almost, but it's not the focal point because the leaves are also beautiful, and it's just kind of like growing onto this sentiment, and that's kind of the look I was going for. And I think it kind of it achieved that look, the look I wanted. So it was kind of fun to see that come to life in my head and then come to life on paper. So then I just simply use my art glitter glue to stick this onto an A2 size card base that I have already pre-made, and then I just put it on, and that completes my card. It's super easy, super fun. You know, I actually think I'm going to be creating a whole bunch of these as note cards and maybe making like a set, and just creating them and just having them, or having them as gifts. So it was really fun. I hope you guys give this a try. And if you do, make sure you tag me on Instagram or any social media. Just tag me, hashtag Fantastic Crafts. I would love to see if you have created something like this. So thank you so much, everyone, for subscribing and taking the time to always support me by watching my videos. Until next time, everyone. Bye.